Chat, let me tell you about how I almost died this morning. All right? You guys want to know about the story about how I almost died this morning? Y'all want to hear about that? Y'all want to hear about how I almost died this morning? I was like, how is she brave to do that? Yeah, chat, you guys want to hear my story of how I almost died? All right, chat. All right, you ready for this? All right. So I went to sleep about 12:30. I was on the phone call with my girlfriend. I went to bed. Everything was completely normal. Then we fast forward to the about 2.5 to 3 hours later, and I randomly wake up in the middle of the night, and I have a acid reflux. All right. Now you probably are wondering, Toast, what the heck is a acid reflux? Well, basically, an acid reflux is when your stomach acid comes up into your mouth, basically, and you basically almost puke. That's basically what an acid reflux is sometimes. Now, most of the time, an acid reflux doesn't cause, you to almost die. But this time, basically, I was asleep at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up. I had an acid reflux, and the acid reflux closed off my airways for 20 seconds. All right? So I was over here gasping for breath for 20 seconds, absolutely freaking out, being like, this is how I die. I literally die by literally having an acid reflux. Like, this is literally how I die. And I could not breathe for 20 seconds. And finally, my airways opened back up. I had like something coming out of my nose. I don't know what it was. It was probably some of the stomach acid, which was disgusting. But it scared the absolute... I mean, it scared me to death, chat. Like, it absolutely scared me to death. Like, I was sitting on the side of my bed for probably like 5 minutes, just making sure that, like, if I was to lay down, I wouldn't... like, my airways wouldn't close again, and I wouldn't die in my sleep. So, yeah, but I went back to sleep, and I was completely fine. And then I started dreaming about... Apparently, I dreamed about a hot dog. I don't know why I dreamed about a hot dog, but for some reason, I was dreaming about a hot dog. And the funny thing about it is, I ate hot dogs for lunch. So, yeah, I don't even know why I was dreaming about hot dogs, but for some reason I was dreaming about a hot dog. So yeah, Toasty, you almost died because you got teleported to the low budget obby in real life. Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. I think you're gonna have to click off this stream. No, it's okay. It's okay, Grayson. It's okay. How would we know if you die? Well, you wouldn't know. Well, actually, yeah, you would know. Because, well, how would you know? Probably because I wouldn't do a stream for, like, months. That's how you would know I wouldn't, that I would be dead, chat. That's how you know I'd be dead, is if I didn't do a stream for, like, months. Let's see. That's horrible. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, it was just something that lasted, like, 20 seconds. It wasn't even that bad. I mean, it was bad. I mean, to the point to where I couldn't breathe, but, we might think that you're sick. Yeah, probably. You don't even dream. Like, literally, you just don't have nothing. You just go to bed and wake up. I have, like, there's some days where that happens to me, too. But then you have, like, days, like, last night that I was dreaming about the most weirdest stuff ever. Hot dogs. I was literally dreaming about hot dogs. Toasty, I think Grayson hates me. You don't know why. He don't hate you. He just, I don't know. I don't know, but he don't hate you. I promise, Vic. I promise he don't hate you. But chat, like, how random is it that I dreamed about hot dogs? Like, how random is it that I just dream about hot dogs? I was literally just dreaming about a literal hot dog with, like, with ketchup on it. And I'm just like, really? Like, that's literally my dreams now, chat. You have to go to school tomorrow, so 7 a.m. you have to wake up. Rip. Rip. You're starting to, like, you're starting to like Soviet Cat more and more. Let's see. Soviet Cat. I don't know what the backstory of that username is. What's the backstory of Soviet Cat? Can we know the backstory of Soviet Cat? Guys, who knows German? I don't know German at all. German. I know absolutely zero German. I can't even speak Japanese or Spanish or anything. So, or French, which French is literally just English. It's just like a very fancy version of English. Like, has anybody ever noticed that French is just a very like fancy version of English in some extent? I mean, there's some differences, but like there's just some, it's just fancy. You forgive? Yes. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is key, chat. All right. English takes most of their words from other languages. Not really. I mean, English is completely different, you know? Like entrepreneur. I'm pretty sure entrepreneur is an English word. I mean, every word is English. It's just that there's just different ways you say it. Like Chinese people or Korean people or Ukrainians and Russians and all that, right? I mean, every word's the same. It's just you just say it different because it's a different language. So that's just what it is, usually. It's originally French. English is like the only language that you can actually just like see words like normally. In my opinion, like English is literally the only word. I mean, English is the only language that you can just see words like they actually are. In my opinion, like how they're spelled and everything. It's, I don't know. Everything else is always like a bunch of like random fancy looking things. What phone do I have? I have an iPhone 13. Translate this? Yeah, I'm not translating that. There's no way I can translate that. There's no way I can translate that. Which do you see? British, English, or American? What? Seagulls. What? Which one do I use? Oh, which one do I use? British, English, or American? Well, I don't use British because I don't speak British. And American is literally just English. So, English. Use Google Translate to translate it. Well, the thing about it is that if I put it in Google Translate, it's not going to just automatically give me what you're saying. I would have to copy it and then paste it into Google Translate, which I cannot do on this stream, on this phone right now because I'm streaming. So, let's see. A wrestler that I'm probably not familiar with, his name is Aleister Black. He just returned to WWE a few days ago. Yeah, I know John Cena came back to the WWE for WrestleMania one last time this year. He retires officially this year, chat. It's kind of sad. Okay, I don't even know what that says. You don't speak British? I mean, technically, yes, we do speak British because British is basically just English. It's just that British is just a fancy form of English compared to Americans who speak English. And I think just over time, we just became like, started sounding like Americans, Yeah, it's a little fancy. It's, British is basically just a little bit fancier. Toasty, you lied. You were supposed to join my DC server. You never said for me to join your DC server. The Chinese text translates to toast eat his poop. That's crazy. Is this a chill stream? Yes. British be like, Boya. Oh, what in the world? You're from Britland? You're from Britland? Toast eats his booger. That's crazy. You don't like British people? Why don't you like British people? Basically, you saying that you don't like British people is like you saying you don't like Americans. That's basically what you're saying when you say you don't like British people. You're basically saying that you don't like Americans. It's funny because I'm literally drinking tea right now. What is it about tea? All right, I actually really wonder this. What is it about tea that British people drink it all the time? Us Americans, we drink tea, but it's like not that common, right? Like, why do you Brits drink tea so much? Like, I don't understand why y'all drink tea so much. It's like you always have to have a cup of tea every single day. We just drink coffee. I mean, I mean, who's Pope Francis? It was the Pope, basically. If you don't know who Pope is, basically he was over I forget what the Pope's over. I always forget, but you have to find the perfect comparison of milk and sugar. Ireland in 1888, it was Q was here. Every was a history. Yeah, he's the leader of the Catholic Church. That's what the Pope is. He's the leader of the Catholic Church. They always vote like a new pope. They wait like 20 or 30 days after the pope dies, and then they vote in a new one. It's always these old guys. Like, why do they never get popes that are like, I don't know, young? They always get like old guys that are popes. It's kind of, I don't know what it is. It just, I don't know why it's like that, but for some reason it's just a bunch of old guys that take care of a Catholic church. I don't know why it's always old people. Why can't it be young people, right? Old is wise is what they say. That's crazy. I mean, yes, but at the same time, right? Like, young people can have wisdom. I mean, you're more of a science guy. I am too. I love science. I've always been a big science geek. What's the weirdest thing that I have in my room? Probably these slippers. these like eagle slippers that I've got. That I got in like 2020, and that have literally been sitting right here. Like, I kid you not, chat. You see this right here? Those have been sitting there since 2020. Like, you won't believe me, but that's literally been sitting in the exact same spot until I touched it, until I picked it up since like 2020. Like, it's actually insane, chat. Toast, you found my house on Google Earth. A lot of people have found my house on Google Earth. You're not really religious, but you respect Christianity a lot. Yeah. Yeah. He asks what the weirdest thing I had in my house, and you actually instantly grab something crazy like eagle slippers. Yeah. Like, I literally have eagle slippers right beside my room. Right beside my bed, excuse me. One thing America and England have in common is bad food. Yes. Although American food is probably even worse. I'm just saying, American food is probably even worse than British food, honestly. But hey, we're the most influential like country in the world, so. POV T1000 after he finally terminated John Connor and T800. I don't know. Use the eagle slippers right now. I mean, they don't make a noise. They just like, it's just kind of slippers that I would just put on, you know. Like, see? Like, they're just slippers that I put on. They don't make, like, any noises or anything. They really don't. Like, the slippers don't make any noises. I know there's some slippers that make, like, noises. Those don't make noises, chat. Those don't make noises, unfortunately. Imagine they sounded like SpongeBob's shoes. That'd be crazy. You know, the thing about SpongeBob's shoes is, like, when he don't even have his shoes on, it still makes the squeaky noises. Like, it's like animation logic is crazy. American food is bad for you, but British food is more boring. That's crazy. And before you say hamburger or hot dogs, they're German. No, they ain't. Hamburgers and hot dogs is like the most American thing ever, and I'm sure it was made in America. Surely. You broke down earlier today? That's crazy. I almost died earlier, by the way. Nickel or Quadricobloxian. I almost died earlier. If you want to hear the story, just go back a little bit into the stream. I almost died. I almost died in the middle of the night last night. You love my house. It's so cute. Well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Hamburgers was made in Germany, but USA stole it. Totally. I'm pretty sure we created hot dogs and hamburgers because like it's the most American thing ever. What happened last night? Just go back a little bit into the stream. I explained it. I explained it a little bit. I don't know if hot dogs were made in Germany, but they made the sausage. Search it up right now. What's going on? Askuip for life. Welcome to the stream. Hope your day is going well. If you want to subscribe, leave a like and turn the bell on. Completely up to you. You don't have to. It's your choice. If you like toasters and you want a free imaginary cookie, you should totally subscribe if you want to. Tell Harley. No. Harley ain't even in the stream right now. Can I talk a little bit in my language? I'm literally talking in my language right now. What? Like what? I'm literally talking in my language right now. Like, if I wasn't talking in my own language, what would I be speaking right now? Gibberish? Would I be speaking gibberish? What's my zeroth language? Your mom. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say Smith in German and see if anyone knows what it says. Okay, do it. I dare you. I dare you to say Smith in German. I ain't gonna tell Harley that. I'm pretty sure Harley's a dude. I'm pretty sure Harley's a dude. Yeah. I milk cows. I'm pretty sure Harley's a dude. That's a plot twist, ain't it? That's a big plot twist. You didn't expect that now, did you? You didn't expect that big of a plot twist. Toast Vic is being mean to me. I mean, he's not, well, he's not really being mean. He's just, I don't know. That's just Vic. Vic is just Vic. What in the world? Ik plodserai blake unsachen well ich in fudge Minecraft bin. What? What? Oh, that Harley. That Harley. That Harley. Yeah, she's like, Harley language. If you didn't know, he was saying placing blocks and stuff because I'm in fudging Minecraft. Soviet Cat said the German. Oh, yeah, okay. Censored version? That's crazy. You don't want to go to school? I just want to break the rules. I don't want to go to school. I just want to break the rules, chat. If y'all know that song, then you guys are absolute OGs. You are absolute OGs if you know that song. Secondary sucks. What do you mean? But yeah, chat, T-minus 6 days, chat. T-minus 6 days until I go to my girlfriend's prom. Let's get a W in the chat, guys. Let's get let's get a W in the chat right now. We got 6 days until I go to my girlfriend's prom. Let's get W's in the chat. W's. Vic, you're an L. You are an absolute L, Vic. You are an absolute L. You are an absolute L, Vic. An absolute L. You made the hardest obby known to creation. WWE. That's crazy. Do you think you would ever go on Survivor? I don't know, probably. Who knows? Oops, adding an E. No, you did that on purpose. What do you mean? What do you mean no Harley? Bro. Bro. Okay. 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 You're in my house. The finale starts playing. That's crazy. Imagine being in my house right now. Wouldn't be any of you idiots. You're not idiots. You know what I mean. You ain't in my house, chat. You'll never get in my house. You'll never be in my house. When's the Toasty versus Grayson and low budget obby stream? I would probably win that game. While Grayson is probably stuck on like stage 3 or 4. I don't even know.